Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be chatting with you guys about 5 ways to simplify meal planning and grocery shopping. And I know that this is huge and I see all the time people, moms in moms groups and just people in general talking about how difficult it is to meal plan, to get a regular system in place, or to find the time, or just even the motivation to do it. And of course, we all know that meal planning means that dinner time is going to be easier. You're generally going to spend less money because you're going to have a plan. You're going to be able to avoid the last minute trips to the grocery store, and probably you're going to be eating healthier if you already have a plan in place too. So all of that said, it's a good goal to meal plan. This doesn't mean that it's the only way to do it. Plenty of people can eat healthy and enjoy their lives without meal planning. But if you want to put meal planning into place in your life, in your routine, especially as we gear up for back to school season and as summer is coming to a close, I just want to share 5 ways to make meal planning easier and just kind of to take the stress out. Now, just a couple more caveats before I jump right into my tips. I'm going to share a lot of different ideas. And the goal, of course, as always with everything that I share, is to give you some inspiration and some help and just to simplify things in your life. That's what I love doing. I love making things easier for you as much as I can. But I don't want you to go away from this being overwhelmed or adding more stress. So I'm giving lots of ideas. These ideas aren't going to work for everybody. So just like with everything, you need to take maybe 1 or 2 things away from this video to implement and to try. Don't feel like you have to do everything all at once, because chances are if you come away from this video feeling like you have to completely overhaul your system and your routine, then it's probably not going to be something that's sustainable. You're probably just going to get overwhelmed. So try to just take away 1 or 2 simple ideas, simple things that you can put into place this week, and then let that become kind of like a snowball effect. And then over time, your meal planning routine is going to fall into place. It's going to become easier, and it's going to become just that, a routine where every week or every month or season, however often you meal plan, you're going to have a method that works for you, that works for whatever season of life that you're in. So that is my goal. Okay, are we good? I don't want to add more stress to your life. The goal of this video is to take stress away from your life. And hopefully this will do just that. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. If you have any other meal planning tips that people could benefit from, share those down below. If there's one thing that really stands out in this video, I would love to hear it. I'm just curious, so let me know down below. If you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to This Pilgrim Life, which that's where you are if you don't know, you are watching This Pilgrim Life. I have a blog, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the things. That's where you are. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, click subscribe. Not thumbs up, click subscribe, and stick around. Okay, so without any further ado, the 5 things that you can do right away to make meal planning and grocery shopping easier. Okay, number 1. My first tip, and one of the easiest things that you can do, is to make a master list. Now, I'm going to first talk about making a master dinner list, but you can actually make master lunch and breakfast lists as well. That will also simplify those meals. But first thing, we're talking about dinners. Make a list of the meals that you have already eaten, that you already know work, that you already know your family enjoys, and write all of those down. You can further categorize everything, and I really highly suggest doing this. Put them into categories like chicken, beef, meatless. Divide your master list into categories, and that's going to help you find things even more easily. And there's different ways that you can do this. So you can make a master list. Like if you have a paper planner, then maybe there's already a page in your planner or just a blank note page that you can write down all of your meals. I love spreadsheets on the computer. So for me, I would probably pull up like a Word or table document, pages document, not table, pages document, and create a table that lets me to easily create these categories and things like that. Or the way that I've actually done it is in my bullet journal. In the front of my bullet journal, and this is what I'm saying, there's lots of different ways that you can do this. I actually have my master dinner list right here. So I've got meatless, beef, chicken, instant pot soups, and then all of the instant pot dinners from my cookbook. If you're not familiar, I have a cookbook called Family Meals from Scratch in Your Instant Pot. I will link it down below. If you have an instant pot and you like cooking real food in a simple way, then you're definitely going to want to check that out. But so when I sit down to meal plan, I can just flip my planner, my bullet journal open to this page, and I have a lot of meal inspiration right here. Or if you have everything in just a spreadsheet, you can laminate this, put it in your like homemaking or whatever kind of folder you have, or in your kitchen. And that way you're not having to maybe pull up Pinterest or just Google recipes, which can quickly become overwhelming and lead to maybe selecting recipes that aren't vetted, that you don't even know if they're going to work or your family is going to like. Now, this doesn't mean that you never try anything new, but it means that you have an easily accessible list of recipes to go ahead and jump from, to pull from, when you are creating your menu plan for the week. Now, I mentioned that we were just going to talk about dinner, so you can also do the same thing for lunches and breakfast. This is a printable that's available on the blog, so I wanted to show it to you. This is a master list of lunch ideas, and the name of this blog post is just Get Out of Your Lunch Rut. So if you feel like you're in a lunch rut and you need some new inspiration, you can print this off. I suggest laminating it if possible, or putting it in like a page protector sheet. And it's going to give you lots and lots of different ideas and different variations on common things like quesadillas, pasta salad, regular salad, soups, and things like that. Give you different variations using what you already have in your kitchen. So I will link this down below. You can get your own copy of this on the blog for free. So the first tip to simplify meal planning is to make master list. This is super personalized because it's what you and your family already enjoy eating. Write it down, keep it accessible. Okay, the second thing to make your meal planning and your grocery shopping easier is to make a kitchen essentials list. And if you've watched any of my meal planning videos and you've already seen me talk about my kitchen essentials list, I'm kind of a little too excited about it, but that's because it has helped simplify my grocery shopping so much. And I'm not saying that this is the only way to do it, but hopefully what I'm doing is giving you an idea that you can personalize and make your own. So I'm going to show you what exactly am I even talking about when I say a kitchen essentials list. And this is another resource that is available on the blog, but I'm going to talk about other variations in a moment. But I just want to let you guys know about this one. So I have it in one that is already filled in, available on the blog, or one that's blank. Fill it in yourself, make copies. And then what I like to do every week is I will print this out and I will go through and I will put a check next to the items that I already have, and I will highlight the items that I need to get from the store. So let me backtrack just a moment about how to actually create your kitchen essentials list. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to go in your kitchen and you're going to make a list of, and this is the essentials, like I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. Because what I found was happening for me, and the reason that I created this list in the first place, was that I would get home from the store and I would have all these ingredients to make my meals for the week, but then I would realize that I was out of something really basic like olive oil, or I needed more pepper or something like that. So what I needed was an essentials list to make sure that there were not going to be any ingredients that I realized after the fact that I was out of that would require another trip to the store. So go in your kitchen and write down the things in your pantry, the things in your fridge, and the things in your freezer that you need every week. Now, this is not like all the extra things. Like, I don't need peaches in my fridge every week, but I do need frozen blueberries in my freezer because we use them all of the time. So those are actually on my kitchen essentials list because I like to have them on hand all of the time. Sesame oil, all-purpose flour, bread flour, things like that, like sliced almonds. If these things are things that you like to keep stocked in your fridge, then they would go in your kitchen. Then they would go on your kitchen essentials list. Now you'll see on my list, this is from a couple of weeks ago, but there's green and yellow highlighter. So I shop at 2 stores. This is something that I've done to simplify my grocery shopping because I have 5 kids. I work from home and we homeschool. I don't have a lot of time to be going to a bunch of different stores. So I shop at 2 stores. I shop at Costco, and then I've actually started, I used to go to Whole Foods, but I've actually started doing their delivery service where they will actually, I order it from my phone and they bring the groceries to my house. It's pretty fabulous. So when I do my kitchen essentials list, I highlight the things that I need from Costco in green. I highlight what I need from Whole Foods in yellow. I can use my price list, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute, to come up with a total so I know exactly how much I'm going to spend. And then I just take this to the store and check off as I go. Now, I'm not going to spend much time talking about this, but I do just want to let you know there is a price list that compares Costco and Aldi over 75 different items. And there's a price list that compares Whole Foods to Walmart and Harris Teeter. So when I am making my list, I can actually just refer back to my price list and I know just about how much I'm going to spend. So that was tip number 2, create a kitchen essentials list. Now you can use the one that I already have. My best friend Kelly, what she actually does, you guys know, you've seen like the little, the Post-it kind of pad that sticks to your refrigerator, and it's like, a shopping list that you check off as you go throughout the week. That's something that you can do as well. If you want that one that's already just made for you, that's pretty standard and uniform, then you could use that. Just put it on your fridge, put it on your cabinet, wherever, and you can keep a running list. It's the same concept. So again, take the concept and make it fit to your life. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3, the third way to simplify meal planning and grocery shopping is to make an easy dinner list. Now, this is really similar to the master list, but it's a little bit different because it's a little bit more concise. It doesn't have as many options. Basically, these are the meals that you kind of default to on nights when you get home and it's like 5:30 or 6 o'clock and you need to get dinner on the table fast. Or you really just don't feel like cooking and you just need a really easy dinner. Think to yourself, what are those meals, whether it's 5 meals or 10 meals that are like, you could almost make them in your sleep. You know that your family is going to eat them. Those would be your easy dinners list. Now, this is an important list to have because when you get to that point, when you're like super crazy and frazzled and you're tired and you've been out all day, whatever it is that's going on, you're not gonna be in the mental state to be able to think of all of these different options. So having a list that's already ready to go, that you know that you can just take a quick look at, it's gonna give you some quick inspiration, and it's gonna save you from ordering pizza or eating cereal for dinner, which I'm not knocking it. Sometimes cereal for dinner is great, but this gives you options. So I'm gonna show you the one that's available on the blog. However, of course, again, you can make your own. So this is my easy dinners list, and this is a printable option on the blog. And I actually used this recently. We went on a play date with our Wild and Free group. We were at a river. It was just tons of fun. But we were at a river for 3 to 4 hours, and then we went to Trader Joe's on the way home. And when we got back home, like, I was spent. I was exhausted, and my original plan for dinner wasn't something that I felt like making. But I pulled this up on my blog, and I looked at it, and I was like, fried rice. That's it. My family loves it. It's so easy to make, and it uses just stuff out of my freezer. I can throw it together. So that's what I did. And that's right here, this fried rice. So what this printable does, this easy dinner ideas, it gives you different, like, again, categories that you can kind of tailor to your needs, whether you're gluten-free or dairy-free, whatever you have on hand at the time. It gives you different options. So like the first one is your simple thin crust pizza dough, and that's right here. So this pizza dough recipe, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you have almost certainly heard me talk about this pizza dough. I love, love, love it. We have pizza all of the time. And one of the things that I really love about this pizza dough is you can stir it together, roll out your dough, and cook it almost immediately. And it really tastes good. So you don't have to let it rise for a really long time. So when we're talking about easy dinners, this is definitely an easy dinner idea. Because even if you don't have marinara sauce, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but there's a lot of different ways to sauce a pizza. It doesn't have to be marinara sauce. You can use ranch dressing, you can use Italian dressing, you can use Greek dressing, or if you don't have any of those, you can just use olive oil, some kosher salt, fresh ground pepper, and herbs. That counts as a dressing. Or I have a recipe for a 5-minute pesto sauce that uses just like greens, like spinach, chard, whatever, kale. You blend it up in your blender and it's done in 5 minutes. It makes an excellent pizza sauce. My family loves it, and it's a really great way to get more vegetables in your diet. So that's just one option on the easy dinner ideas. You can use that pizza dough recipe to make pizza, of course. You can use it to make twisted breadsticks, stromboli, calzones. Another easy dinner idea is just Tex-Mex. There's so many different variations, whether you have nachos, burritos, tacos, rice bowls, tortilla pizzas, quesadillas. We love Tex-Mex in my house, so there's so many different variations. You don't have to always have the same thing. You can print off this list, and it's just going to give you, because again, guys, we don't always remember everything. You know, we need a springboard. We need something to jog our memory, and that's exactly what this does. So again, you can find this on the blog, but you can also find this. This is the shopping list, and I just made this so it'd be kind of complimentary to this list right here. If you have all of these things in your kitchen, then you can make anything on this list. So again, I will link these down below. Okay, so that was the third thing, and I'm gonna try to speed this up. The fourth tip for making meal planning and grocery shopping easier is to utilize some just easy cooking methods. Of course, I love the Instant Pot. I wrote a cookbook just devoted to the Instant Pot. It really does simplify cooking in a lot of ways. You can put your food in it, and whether it takes 5 minutes to cook it or 45 minutes, that's all of that time that you're not having to stand there babysitting your dinner. You can go on and do other things. So the Instant Pot is one. If you need Instant Pot inspiration or help, you guys, I have heard so many people, you will not surprise me if you tell me that your Instant Pot has been in the closet for 3 or 4 years. I've heard it. You are not alone, but you don't have to leave your Instant Pot in the closet. I have so many like just resources and helps. I have a 3-part video series that will take you step by step how to get that Instant Pot out and use it. So please, 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 if you have an Instant Pot and you're scared to use it, let me know and I will be glad to help you. So the Instant Pot is one really easy way, easy cooking method. But another one is sheet pan dinners. So just putting a bunch of food on a sheet pan, roast it like sausages, chicken thighs, root vegetables, things like that. It's so easy. It's a one-pan meal. There's entire cookbooks devoted to it. I have some recipes on the blog that use it. I will link also the Lazy Geniuses Change Your Life Chicken. It's a sheet pan meal. A lot of people swear by it, love it. It's an easy dinner idea. And then another one, of course, is the crock pot. I've never personally been a crock pot gal myself, but I know a lot of people are, and it can be a really easy cooking method to simplify meal prep. Okay, and so the fifth and final tip to make your meal planning, your grocery shopping, all of that easier is to pick a system, some kind of system to organize all of this stuff. So this can either be a really basic like bullet journal system like I do, where you have everything in one place. So that's one way, but that is definitely not the only way. There are so many types of apps, paper planners. There are dozens and dozens of really great paper planner options that will give you a method of organizing all of this each week. The point is, find something that works for you and then put it to use. Don't feel like you have to use a bullet journal because I use a bullet journal. Don't feel like you have to use the app that your best friend uses because she loves it and swears by it. You need to figure out what's going to work for you and then put it to use. My last final word of encouragement is just to remember, especially if you have young children at home, but all of us, just because something worked for you 6 or 12 months ago, it does not mean that it has to be the method that you use right now. You have permission to switch it up. Seasons of life change, needs change, the way we eat changes. So it's really, really helpful to just periodically reevaluate, is what I'm doing working for me? How do I need to change it? What can I do to make it simpler? So I really hope that you took away some ideas from this little video. I would love to hear from you guys. Tell me in the comments what was one thing that just stood out to you. What's one thing that you are going to try? Or if you have your own meal planning tips, share them down below. I'd love to hear them. Again, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, click subscribe. I'm also going to leave a link for my email newsletter. I am sending out weekly meal planning and recipe inspiration, so you definitely want to be signed up for that newsletter to make sure that you get some meal ideas sent to your inbox every week. Okay guys, that's it. I need to go finish my shopping list, and I will catch you later.
'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.